look, you finally had the courage to start talking to a girl, but now you don't even know what to talk about, so I'm going to hook it up. Today I'm going to show you the best topics to talk to a girl about. For example, answer questions with a story. See, most people have the habit to answer in a yes or no or single-worded response way, which is a quick way to not only make conversation short, but also get boring. So for example, when they ask you the age-old question, what do you do? It'd be easy to be like, oh, I'm a content creator. Okay. Or you could be something like, it's funny, when people ask me this question, I always like to tell this story where my dad, when I was growing up, he would always tell me about how my grandfather had the best radio station back in our country of Honduras. #1 station in the city. And the crazy part is that then his brother followed suit and also had a great station where he became famous just talking to people. Tell me how 80 years later, I talk to millions of men on how to improve their lives. It's almost like talking on microphone on camera just runs through my veins. You see the difference? Now you've told the story about your life, about your childhood, about how you grew up. You told the story about your history. The point is, boys, instead of answering yes or no, when you want to have a better conversation, answer with a story. Number 2, create a we feeling. The more I learn about scripting, and I've been reading a lot and trying to grasp the art of it more, and it's such a complex industry, and you just have to take your hats off to directors. But one of the good things that they know how to do is to get their audience captivated. They know how to get people hooked into the movie where you yourself feel like you're part of that, right? That's what you want to do in conversation. Instead of doing a lot of I and you statements, in other words, I do this, you should do that, you need to create a we feeling. We, us, our. Add more of those adjectives into your speech as you speak to make her feel like she's part of your life already. That emotional engagement already makes you a great storyteller and a better conversationalist. 3, deliver with confidence. Look, it doesn't matter if you suck at talking or you're good at talking. If you can deliver with confidence, you've won. And here's the thing. You could do these tips, but if you look timid, you're stuttering, you're shaking, you're going to ruin them. You need to deliver with confidence. That eye contact, it's so important. You never look down. You never stutter. This is why I've always said, slow down your speech, right? Act a little pensive. Take long pauses. It adds a dramatic effect. Look, this can be more complicated than what I'm explaining, so I'm making a quick cut because we just made something incredible. So as you know, you used to text me to another number. I don't want you to text me there anymore. I want you to text me to this new number. This is my new personal number where I'm going to respond to all of you. See, the old number, we got like 100,000 people. I can't respond to all of you, but we've built an AI that parses through all my content, and whatever you ask it, anything self-development, talking to girls, making money, whatever it is, I'm going to give you advice or advice that I've given you in the past, and I'm going to help you instantly with personalized advice. Yo, check this out. Right now I'm asking it to help me with a girl that I've known her, I've talked to her before, but I want to make more out of the relationship. These are usual questions that I get. Then it tells me what to do, and then I'm like, well, can you give me more examples? Like, how do I do it? Then I tell you exactly how to do it. Now, the cool part, this is completely free for now, but there's a lot of server space, and there's a lot of cost for requests, but for now it's free. I want you guys to check it out. You text me straight to that number internationally on WhatsApp. It doesn't matter where. You could text that number. I'm going to help you out. And the cool part is, if you need help with topics of conversation, what to say next, she texted me this. I got your back. 4, talk about the future. This is great. See, most of you either are too young or don't have an exciting past. And by the way, I'm the same, because we all lived with our parents. We had normal lives. We probably didn't have a lot of money to travel. It's normal, which means that your past is not that entertaining. But what can be entertaining, what can get creative, is your future. And this is why reading more is so important. The more you read, the more creativity, the more experiences you have, and the more you can set the goals and metrics that you want for your life. So when you talk about the future, where you want to be, where you want to travel, what you want to do, what you want to become, you can get as creative as you want, and you're not lying. Those are your goals, and that gets her hooked. 5, being humorous. We know scientifically being funny, it's more attractive. Chances are you're not funny, so I'm going to put you on some game. Talk about your childhood. Reminisce about the past. This is the easiest way to be humorous, make her giggle, make her laugh. Talk about some funny thing that happened to you when you were a kid that you can both feel a little bit awkward about, and then she'll probably release some of her stories. You could also reminisce about what it was to be raised in the 90s or in the early 2000s. And the point is, you don't have to be funny, but you can be relatable, which makes it funny. Which finally takes us to number 6, use open loops. For example, If she ever asks something like, what's your favorite dish? Easy for you to say, hamburgers, right? But what did I tell you in the beginning of the video? Use a story. So instead of saying hamburgers, I could have said something like, one time I was in London and I was working for Paramount at the time. So I was on a business trip, and on set, the nutritionist probably gave me one of the best nutritional tips I've ever heard. And then the rest, you can add whatever you want. Eat a salad. I could care less. The point is, you just added an open loop. Not only did you respond with a story, you made the story so good that there's now an open loop. And now she's thinking, wait, did he say Paramount? Wait, did he say on set? What is he doing, right? All these questions start happening, and that's what creates a great conversation.